Hello, I'm Rob Phillips, and welcome to my channel where I teach you how to live a more balanced and present life through yoga and meditation. Today we're going to be doing a class with fairly simple focus. We're going to be emphasizing especially the inner line of the thighs, the hips, groin, all of those sort of poses. In terms of props for today, I'll keep it simple. A blanket will be great, although you can certainly follow along without that if you don't happen to have one. So gather all of your props here, and whenever you're ready to get going here, we're going to find our way into a comfortable seat to begin. So like we usually do from here in our comfortable seat, we'll take just a few minutes to drop in to settle. So find a comfortable posture. You can rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Lift up through the spine, but then soften your shoulders and your back. And here with your eyes closed, just begin by noticing. Begin by connecting with your experience. Getting that sense of just what it's like to be here, moment by moment, and breath by breath. And in the most general sense here, invite the possibility of letting go. Invite the possibility of relaxing or releasing really anything at all that you might be holding on to here. Just a few more moments, settling, landing, really arriving here for our practice today. Let's take a gentle inhale breath here through our nose. Gentle exhale breath out our mouth. And we can relax down our chin, slowly opening our eyes. So from here, we're going to change gears and we're going to find our way onto our belly. So let's make our way there. And as you make this shift, I'm going to encourage you to bring your blanket with you. So you can set up your blanket here, kind of over on the side, something like this. And just completely relax. I often say I'm wearing a microphone, so I'm going to keep a little bit of lift here, but you guys at home can completely settle. Just kind of land onto the floor. Feel the earth beneath you. Feel that stable foundation that you're working from. From here, we're going to come into what we call half frog pose. So we'll start with our left leg, and in essence, what we're going to do is take our left leg out and beside us. Resting that leg maybe onto the blanket or some other prop. If you don't have a blanket, you can certainly just rest it on the floor. I just find the blanket's a little more comfortable. As you dial this in here, the intention is to feel a release all the way on the inner line of the left thigh up and into the hip. I will mention that for some bodies, this pose can be very subtle. So if you're not feeling like a ton going on, no problem. Just work with that little bit of an edge, that little bit of sensation would be fine. Relaxing here, settling here, feeling that pull of gravity drawing you down towards the earth. And just a reminder here as we get started to really listen to what you're feeling within the body, to really notice the effects, the sensations. Throughout this class, if anything becomes sharp, focused, aggressive in its quality, you're going to want to back away from that. Definitely don't strive, definitely don't strain through anything that may be harming you here. And just really feel this sense of little by little relaxing. Little by little here, letting go more and more. Notice what that's like for you. Notice how you're responding to that over time. We'll be here as we are for just a few more rounds of nice, slow breath. Now let's take one more breath like we are here. But now slowly release that left leg out and again relax completely for a few moments and really feel that sense of integrating, feel that kind of bounce back on that inner line of the thigh for a few moments. Take a few breaths with that. Now don't worry here, I haven't forgotten about the second side. We're going to come around to that in a few minutes, but we're going to actually do another pose targeting our left leg here. So from the floor, let's now press our way up. We're going to find our way onto hands and knees. Now, as you come up onto your hands and knees, you might appreciate using your blanket here to give yourself a base or a cushion. What we're going to come into is called outriggers pose. So to set this up, we're going to extend our left foot out and alongside us. Maybe that foot is flat on the floor, or maybe you're resting more on the edge. That's really just a matter of preference. The intention is to feel a similar line to what we were working with on that half frog pose. So the inner line of the thighs, which is kind of our focus for today. So you may find that for your body, it's totally okay to stay nice and tall, in which case you can stay here. You may find that you need to shift your weight a little bit before you really feel the pose. So play with that. And many students, I think, might want to come down to the elbows here. Here's where, if you had blocks, you could use those as well. So find an alignment that's working well for you. We'll need to use a little bit of strength here. There's a little bit more going on, of course, in terms of supporting ourselves. But really let that effort be minimal, let it be just what you need here. While still allowing yourself to relax, still allowing yourself to let go of everything beyond that. As this release happens, come back to this intention of noticing. Come back to this intention of connecting, of experiencing. Really get that sense of just what it's like to be here in your body in each moment. And keep inviting this opportunity, keep inviting this possibility to let go of anything that's not serving you here. Anything whatsoever that you don't need, let that fall away. Knowing, of course, there will be waves where maybe some tension bubbles up. You may need to fine-tune your alignment. This is a relatively challenging pose to linger in sometimes. Just a few more breaths here, though. Just a few more moments to feel that possibility of settling. To find this opportunity to really release and to let go. Let's take one more complete breath here for now. And slowly start to rise up away from the floor and just take a few moments. Reset that left leg. You can shake everything out, let it move a bit. Now from here, we'll take a little pause and find our way onto our belly. So as you make this transition, you might appreciate placing your blanket over towards the side, the right side that is. And then make your way all the way to the floor. Relax here, and let's take a nice minute or so to pause. And as we pause, feeling the difference between left and right, we just did a fairly long progression targeting only our left side. So really feel that release, really feel what you've opened up there. Taking a few slightly deeper breaths and just knowing, of course, we're going to work our right leg too. So we'll be doing that in just a few moments. But first, just feel this transition, feel this pause here. From here now, whenever you're ready to, let's set up the right leg. So taking our right leg out and beside us here and bending it at about 90 degrees. Again, you can experiment like everything we do here to find the exact placement that feels reasonable for your body. The intention, again, with most of these poses we've done so far anyway, is to feel that release on the inner line of the leg, from the knee up into your inner thigh and hip. And just a reminder, I'm lifting up a little bit because I don't want to muffle my mic too much, but for all of you at home, you can rest all the way down. You could rest on your cheek if you'd like, whatever works well for you. But continuing to relax, continuing to experience the pose. Continuing to observe this ongoing process of simply being here. What's it really like to just be here in your body, in this moment? What could you let go of? What could you release here in this moment that might not be serving you? Let's take one more complete breath like this as we are, and then slowly begin to release your right leg down. Let it settle towards the floor. You can sway, you can shake a little bit side to side, or anything at all that feels good really, but feel that bounce back, feel that release on the right side leg. Take a few breaths to let that settle. We'll come up and do the second pose in just a few moments. From here, let's press, start to make our way up. Setting up for our outrigger shape. And again, you might appreciate patting your knees here with a blanket, so feel free to grab that. Give yourself a base, give yourself a cushion to work with. And from here, as we come up onto our hands and knees, we'll extend our right leg out beside us. And again, you can have the foot flat or you can rest more on the edge of the foot. It's all fair game here, whatever seems to work right for your body. The intention is to feel the release, as you know, especially on the inner line of the thigh. In a moment, we're going to do a pose that's less of that emphasis, but this is our last one for today where we're really getting in there, that kind of inner line of things. And as with first side, if you'd prefer, you can stay here with more straight arms, or if you'd like, you can come down to your elbows. Feel free to grab blocks if you would like. Just knowing this is one of those poses, kind of like a dragon pose where we need to work a little bit, but we want to let that effort be minimal. You want to only do what's actually needed here. See if you can let go of the rest beyond that. See if you can really allow everything else to kind of fall away, to almost melt away here. Trusting in the process, letting the pose do its work, letting things unfold gradually here over time. But as well, continue to check in. Continue to notice and observe just what your experience is here. What might you let go of in this moment? What might you release or surrender here in this moment? And as you find that release, as you find that surrender here, what remains? Can you really feel that natural sense of ease? Can you really feel that natural sense of space here? Take just one more breath like you are here. Slowly then begin to rise. As you rise, take a moment and release that right leg. You can shake it out. You can work everything out. From here, we'll take a short pause. I'm actually going to recommend child's pose if that's comfortable for you. You can kind of sit the hips back, relax the torso forwards, let the body respond, let the body integrate all the work that you've just done. Feel that here for a few moments, a few nice deep breaths. Take a nice deep inhale breath here through our nose. A nice long exhale breath out our mouths. From here now, we're going to find our way upright and come into a seated position. So as you come into the seat, I might recommend sitting up on top of a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you can sit on the floor, of course, here. But in essence, we're going to take our legs forwards and do caterpillar pose, or a straight-legged forward fold. And so from here, of course, the emphasis so far has been the inner line of the legs. We don't just want to do that. We want a somewhat balanced practice. So this pose is going to emphasize the back of the legs, the back of the spine, really the entire back of the body here. So feeling this, and as you get set up, you may notice that for your body, simply sitting here, you already feel some sensation. There may be no need to move. Or you might consider beginning to gradually lean into this. And like everything, the more you lean, you can dial this up. You'll know what I'm going to say here. You want to find an edge that's noticeable, but not too much, not intense or aggressive really in any way. And as you start to find that edge, let the body settle. Let yourself connect with the pose. You'll want to find some element of round in your spine, but some element of length. Definitely different than how we would do this pose in a more active class. There's that sense of relaxation. You try to resist the urge to want to pull deeper or go further. Just let the pose be what it is. Just let the body experience what it's like for you to be here. Let go of anything you're holding on to that is not serving you in this moment. Anything you might not need in this moment, in body or mind. Keep coming back. Keep connecting. Keep letting go of whatever you might not need here. Let's take just one more breath like we are here. Slowly, you can inhale to roll yourself up and take a brief moment here to relax the shoulders and to relax your legs and all of that. And then when you're ready, from here, let's shift and let's find our way all the way onto our backs. So as you first lie down, definitely take a short pause to kind of arrive there. You feel a nice neutral shape in the body, feel a nice sense of kind of resetting, integrating where you're at for a few breaths. Got just a few more poses left for today's sequence. From here, like I often do for my classes, we're going to take a pair of twists to kind of balance everything out. So we'll keep it simple for today. Let's draw the knees in. And as you draw your knees in, just roll them over to your right-hand side in really any way at all that feels comfortable here. So definitely not like pressing the legs towards the ground in a forceful way. You may feel more comfortable staggering the legs or adjusting them. Generally relaxing that left shoulder on the floor. But again, work with your body here, fine-tune all the little details. So you're getting that nice side body stretch, that nice release on the left half here. While you're here, there's no place you're trying to get, no particular goal or ambition. Just allow yourself to rest in this experience. Letting yourself be here for the next short bit. Here, as you are, you'll take just one more complete breath. From there, you can gently draw in, and on your way, take a brief transition, little knock, little release back and forth as you would like. And set up our second side. So again, keeping this simple, just draw the knees in, roll them over towards your left, and place your right arm, right shoulder somewhere on the floor. But all of the other little details, experiment and just kind of notice what you're feeling and find the version that makes sense for you. So you feel that wringing out on the side of the waist and the shoulders. Feel as the belly softens. It's the final pose of our main class here, so just embracing the sense of calm. Embracing this opportunity to do so much less here. What could you let go of here? What could you release here? Really feel that sense of space continue to open up here. One more complete breath like you are. Slowly wind your way into center and let this be a final chance. If you want to move and reset, please do. Just kind of work everything out as feels good for your body. Extend the legs nice and long, opening up onto the floor. Final neutral pose, and like always here, feel free to incorporate any extra props you'd like, any extra supports. Let the body settle fully from head to toe. And here now as we transition, as we prepare to drop just a little bit deeper, let's take a nice deep inhale breath through our nose. Open up your mouth to exhale and let absolutely everything go here for these last few minutes. So take just a final few moments like you are on your back and just feel what's settled, feel what's rebalanced and integrated. From there, you can deepen your breath slightly, just invite the energy to move, get things going again, and maybe taking a nice long inhale, reaching through the arms, reaching through the legs for a full-bodied stretch. From there, gently draw the knees in to roll onto your side, and from your side, gently press your way up into a comfortable seat with your eyes closed. In this final seat, take just one last opportunity here to really notice the effects of practice, to really feel all the various shifts and changes you've made along the way. Let's join our hands in front of the heart. So as always, my thanks to each of you for sharing your practice. It's truly an honor to be able to teach. As we say, the light within me salutes the light within you. Namaste. So once again, thank you so very much for watching. And if you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, absolutely let me know down below. Also, importantly here, if you haven't yet, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel, because both of those will help me to thrive and to prosper here on YouTube.